In your preparation for filming, did you know anything about the hotshots or that firefighter culture before you started?
I was riding the subway downtown in New York City the week of the Yarnell Hill fire, and the New York Times did a 2-page article on these guys. And I was struck by how hard they worked to become a Tier 1 crew and how they stayed together till the end. And you know, that was my introduction into the wildland firefighting community in a strange way. I mean, New York City, we have a different relationship. You know, it's the structure side. You know, but this project has been a growing experience for myself and everyone involved.
Before that or after that, did you or a loved one, were you affected by a wildland fire or anything?
You know, I've had loved ones affected by fire and the firefighter community a lot. And you know, in New York, you know, we're a close-knit community, so we walk down the street, man. I know the guys at the local firehouse, and you know, we all say hello to each other, and you know, that's the beautiful thing about New York.
There was a lot of camaraderie on screen.
Yeah,
and did that continue off screen as well?
We didn't even know when the cameras were rolling, man. I mean, it was all day long, you know. People keep talking about the training for this, like, oh yeah, what was this boot camp, this stuff, and that doesn't matter, because the idea being that it just never stopped. The training just segued into the filming, and this thing just went on for 4 months. And we would get up, we would go to work, you know, we'd shoot sunrise to sunset, and we'd get up, we'd put on the packs, we'd go up in the hills, and we'd cut line. And we had a great time doing it. And we'd sit there and we'd make fun of each other and hang out, and then we'd get off work and then we'd go hang out. You know, these guys were special guys, and you know, and all the firefighters that trained us and that we worked with, they were like, you need that attitude. Please keep that unity, because this is what drives us, and we need this to drive you guys also.
I really enjoyed your performance in the Pacific as well. How did that camaraderie from that, was there any differences between it?
You bring up an excellent point, man, because the Pacific is something that's very dear to my heart also, you know, and there are similarities, you know. The guy I played in this film, Jesse Steed, is a former Marine, and you know, he would talk about like what I found on the firefighting crew is the closest I can come to the camaraderie that I had in the United States Marine Corps. What blows me away about Jesse Steed, man, is like you had this big monster of a guy, former Marine, you know what I mean? Who would come up to people and give them a big hug and say, I love you, man. And like, that's what he had to give. He never put on an air of like, I'm a tough guy or I'm any of that stuff. He was like, I'm comfortable with who I am. And who I am, I'm gonna give you love and I'm gonna help you. I will be here for you. And I'm trying to be a better person because of him.
That brings me right to my next question. Yeah. What did you find different about portraying an actual person rather than a fictional character?
It's a different responsibility, you know, but, you know, what is life if you play it safe? What is life if you don't try to do something that matters, you know, and not that what I do matters, I'm an actor, man, I tell stories, but I'd like to be a part of stories that do matter. And it's a special story, man. These guys gave a lot, their families gave a lot. And, you know, firefighters all around this country and the world, they give. That's what they do. They don't take, they give. And so I'm humbled to be a part of this story.